While the war raged in Vietnam, back home, these became all the rage. Metal bracelets sold by the millions, each bearing the name of a soldier who was either still a prisoner in Vietnam or missing in action. The idea was to wear the bracelet and only take it off when your vet came home. The bracelets were especially popular with kids, like this 12-year-old girl from Fremont, California, who got a bracelet in her Christmas stocking in 1972.
Do you remember getting it?
Yeah, I was real excited. I put it on right away. I read the little piece of paper that came with it, and just thought I'm going to keep it on until it comes home.
Kathy Strong, now 50, still remembers the name, too. James Moreland. Moreland was a Green Beret who'd been stationed in Long Vey.
North Vietnamese troops attacked the outpost of Long Vey.
He went missing in the winter of '68 after the enemy overtook his position. At the time, no one knew much more than that, so Kathy remained optimistic.
Well, they showed footage back in the day of the soldiers coming off the planes, and I always thought, wherever he's flying into, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to give him my bracelet and have him put it on his arm, and that's how I always pictured it. But that wasn't meant to be.
After so many years, it became obvious to even the most hopeful that everyone who could come home alive had come home alive. And so eventually, the bracelets went the way of the pet rock.
This is 1976.
However,
I see it.
as her photos can attest,
78.
There it is.
Kathy wore her bracelet much longer than most.
2001, camping.
In fact, James Moreland's name has been on her wrist every day, without exception, for the past 38 years.
Never has been off?
Nope, I just wanted to keep the promise.
At this point, Kathy says keeping the promise means wearing the bracelet until Moreland's remains are found and returned.
I knew we had family out there that was, waiting for word, and I thought I'm just going to wait along with him.
To have worn his bracelet for so long, we just love her to death.
Anita and Linda are James Moreland's sisters and closest surviving relatives. When they heard about Kathy a few years ago, they asked to meet her.
She did care, and she still does care.
No doubt about that.
When you think about someone every day, you just can't help it. It's usually when I have my hands out in front of me, maybe I'm driving the car or typing on the keyboard, and I see that name and I just think, I wonder when he's coming home.
She's now been wondering almost 4 decades, but no more.
He's finally coming home.
In January, James Moreland's sisters got word that their brother's remains had been found and identified. In May, he'll be buried here, between their mother and father, in a full military funeral.
You're going to go?
Yes.
You going to take the bracelet off?
Yeah. I'm going to remove the bracelet and have it buried with him.
The family has invited me to attend that service so I can bring it to you, which I thought was quite an honor.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I remember when those were really popular when I was in junior high, but she took it very seriously, and it's
really
so
did.
touching. She never took it off, Steve, ever?
Never. She even had to have surgery on her wrist once, and she waited till she could find a doctor who would do the surgery and let her keep the bracelet on.
Wow, that's a really moving story. Thank you so much, Steve.